Hi, it's Cassandra. Thanks for tuning in to being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Very sorry that it has been a long time since I've made a video. Thank you to everybody who continues to reach out to me and ask me how things are going. I really appreciate that. And I have a lot to update between moving and trying to fix up our new location and new job, and I was recently engaged. I know, so that's a very big highlight of my year so far. Yeah, I will say that it's been almost 2 years, or no, it's been about 2 years now that I've known about multiple sclerosis, and man, it sucks, right? I mean, you have this disease that's unpredictable. You have no idea what to expect from it, where one day you can be in remission and feel wonderful, and the next day you can wake up and have a relapse, and you have no idea what kind of relapse to expect. And it's very frustrating, especially for somebody who does not like the unknown. That is something that God has continued to work on in my heart, to trust Him ultimately, and continue to research what to feed your body and how to treat your body. And one of the things that I've learned not to do, and I don't know if I'll ever get this down perfect. I don't know if anyone will. Maybe monks. I don't know. I don't know a monk, but maybe. Anyway, it's stress. And that's the number one thing I think is horrible for anyone with MS, with any chronic illness, anyone who is fine, who thinks they're healthy and normal. It's when I notice symptoms the most is when I'm stressed out, whether it's acute stress, chronic stress, period stress, if you guys don't mind me saying that. Yeah, it's bad. And I have asked a few people what they think about stress, and what it does to your body, and how to enjoy life with it.
For humans as a species, both mentally and physically, is stress. Stress can start to deteriorate your bodily functions, it can decrease energy, it can slow your metabolism. So letting that stress build up and affect you mentally actually has a physical effect on your body.
If we're ever having hard times together or separately in different situations, we try to just spend more time together and do more fun things to try and take our mind off of it, because really family's the best thing you can go to, I think.
Eating healthy. I am on a plant-based diet, no animal products whatsoever. I feel better than I ever have. And I keep encouraging my family and friends to do the same thing. And, a lot of people give me the response of, I'm healthy, I'm doing fine. And that's great. I just, I want to point out that before I was diagnosed with MS, my blood results always came back normal. I seemed normal. I seemed healthy. I thought I was healthy. And then I got a brain scan and found out that my immune system didn't agree with those statements, and in fact decided that it wanted to attack my own body and screw some wiring up.
The biggest thing I can recommend to people is to find a hobby, and another big key factor is to leave your stressors at the point they origin. So if you're at work and that's a big stressor for you, don't take your work life home with you. The minute you walk through the door at home, work is over. Work is done. Don't focus on work anymore. Let that stay at work.
I actually went to school for cardiac rehab, and I can tell you that stress is has a major influence on not only your health but your mental well-being. My husband's also a therapist, so between the two of us, we both completely understand the way that stress it can really deteriorate your mental and physical health. So it's really important to try and de-stress when you can.
Things I heard on a documentary yesterday was What the Health. And it's by the same guy who also created Cowspiracy, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. A lot of these documentaries that I've seen can be found on Netflix. And down below I will put in the description different things that you can watch or look up. And oh, there's just so many amazing things out there to find out the truth about what you should be feeding your body. And the results are phenomenal.
Vegan for over a year now. I've been vegan for over a year now, and I came to be vegan because I realized how bad it was for the animals. And for your body, your own body. Yeah. I used to have like a big problem with mucus and stuff, and since I've cut out dairy, it's been like totally a lot better. Like it helped a ton. My stomach used to hurt after almost every meal, and now it almost never hurts. I feel a lot better. I think I run better since me too. I've gone vegan.
You can look so tough and so fit on the outside, but when the inside of your body is crying out and your heart is suffocating, that's not tough, that's weak. And I'm telling you, looks can be very deceiving.
I'm trying to find where my place is. I'm looking for my own oasis. So close I can taste this. The fear that love alone erases. So I'm back to the basics. I figure it's time I face this. Time to take my own advice. Love alone is worth the fight.
As much as you can. Yeah, do things that make you happy.
One of the things that I'm excited to tell you is in March of this year, I got new scans of my brain, thoracic, and my cervical. And in my previous videos, I've mentioned how on my spine I've had at least 7 or 8 lesions that they found of degenerative disease activity in certain areas of my thoracic and cervical. And it did make a difference. It made my legs tingly. I felt tingly in my feet. When I walked for a long period of time, my feet would vibrate. It was noticeable that I was having some spinal damage, and I was seeing the symptoms. I started noticing that I wasn't experiencing those things very much. And in March, when I went and got those scans, when we got the results back, I didn't want to get too excited because I almost thought like maybe I was reading something wrong. But when we got the results back, all of the spinal damage that I had gotten has cleared, disappeared, to the point where even if there is still damage there, it's not enough to show up on an MRI scan. We're talking like spinal damage was evident on my scans, like 7 or 8 spots, and now you can't notice not one area on my spine. And I get that happens sometimes, you know, things shrink or things clear up, but when your entire spine area that was damaged shows no more damage, that it's just gone, I'm sorry, but that just, I know there will be people out there that say, yeah, it happens, but I'm sorry, I just think that it's too amazing. And, you know, feed yourself the right stuff, guys. Come on, it's delicious. It's not hard. And, you know, I call myself a vegan, but I don't just do it for animals, even though that's a huge reason to go vegan. There's so many reasons. There's the animals, the environment, your body. There's just so many reasons. And whether you're a spiritual person or you're just an animal lover or you're a person who loves to do yoga, whatever the reason may be, you're overweight, you have acid indigestion, you have headaches, you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, whatever it is, I'm telling you, challenge yourself to eat better. And I don't just mean, you know, a little bit of fruit here and there with this, or go all out. Take that leap. And I'm not a rich girl. I'm not at all. And I do organic for the most part. And you have to learn where to find sales and coupons and do different things, farmers markets, grow your own food. If it came to two things, enjoying this food that you think is delicious in that moment, or living a long life where you can walk, you can run, you can do anything, spend time with your children, your grandchildren, your family, your friends, your spouse, and be able to do things, be active. Isn't it worth giving up that crappy food to do this? You should be you better be shaking your head yeah right now. That's what I'm saying. Made the change, I was grumpy. I actually didn't feel good for a while. I felt maybe this diet's making me feel pretty crappy. But it's actually your body like detoxing, getting rid of all that stuff that you've built up for so long. And once you get past that hurdle, I continue to see benefits. And I'm not, I mean, yes, of course, I still struggle. I mean, one of the things that, you know, I'm willing to tell you is I do have symptoms. I'm not symptom free. I have damage on my brain. There are nerves that are affected because of it. Vision is definitely one of them. But please push through those challenges. Don't just wake up one day and say, I can't do this anymore because I experienced this. You have to push through it. One of the things that I noticed a while back was I started riding a bike, and when I rode, my vision and vertigo kicked in, and it was very hard to focus, very hard to see. It scared me to ride my bike. But the next day, I got back on it. And the next day, I got back on it. Going for a run made my legs burn and itch. And I know that some people normally get that. You don't have to have MS to have that problem. But if you have MS, you know what I mean by the heavy weight feeling of your legs. And I had that going on. And I can't accept it. Maybe that's a control issue on my part. But I told myself, I will run. I'm going to run. And so I forced myself to run around my neighborhood all the time. And I'm noticing each time I do it, it gets better and easier, and I get faster. And I'm telling my brain, tough luck. We're running. We're running today. Life can be so beautiful. But for the majority of people, it doesn't just walk on your doorstep. Go and chase after it, despite what your limitations are. Overcome them, fight them. Understand that you'll have bad days. It happens. But the key is to face your fears, push yourself. It is not always easy, but I continue to push, and I always will. Where you are weak, He is strong. And so when I'm feeling weak, when I'm scared, when I allow myself to feel that fear, I'm trying to learn constantly how to look at God, keep my eyes focused on Him, and know that He's got me in His hands, and I don't have anything to fear. And neither should you, even if you don't believe that. Okay, well, thanks for watching my video today. I hope that you found some encouragement and understand that multiple sclerosis, you know, it sucks, and a lot of other things that people suffer with sucks. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm just basically trying to tell you that no matter what you're suffering from, life is worth fighting for and pushing through those challenges. And, you know, no matter what you face, attitude does a lot for you. Can make or break you. So, if you like the video, like it and subscribe and comment should you have any questions. And, just know that we all need to support each other and show more kindness, more compassion. Don't be afraid to go after what you believe in, what your passion is. And mine is health. And I may not be a dietitian, I might not be someone who went to school for this, but I am someone with a disease that has affected my brain and my spine. And I am someone that by eating healthy and trying to make right choices, I don't always make right choices, but trying to, can see the benefits from that. And I have to share that with the world. How could I not share that? So, have a great 4th of July, and stay safe, and catch ya later.